Hi, I want to give you an end of June update and assure you that we need you to be thinking of us as we end this fiscal year, June 30th. It's an important time, and I put out a plea on all social media that we need to finish strong so we can start the new fiscal year strong. But we had a beautiful tea out here at Hope Gardens. I was just amazed how the ladies enjoyed a tea, dressed up, and had such a great time out at Hope Gardens. We also had a Father's Day event on our roof where we not only talked to the fathers about Father's Day, but they allowed me to give my perspective as a father and a grandfather. And great time, great food up on the rooftop of Union Rescue Mission, and a glorious time of celebrating fathers. And gave them some advice. I told them that if I'd known how great being a grandpa is, I would have become a grandpa while I was still a father, meaning I would have been a kinder, more patient grandfather type as a father than I was. I would have jumped ahead to being a kind grandpa during my days as a father. That was one of the pieces of advice I gave. But the other was, I told a story about how wonderful my dad was. Though devastated by homelessness much of his childhood, he was resilient, built a great life for me. Can't share the whole story with you, but I will tell you that we really spent time talking about my dad and his wonderful fatherhood to me, his blessing me with patience and kindness and love. And as you know, that's not easy. One of the things I learned from my dad was biting my lip and listening to my kids instead of just talking back and telling them what to do. We also had a heartache. We've had lots of heartaches this month, but one of the biggest was losing a graduate, Daniel Skinner, and we held a memorial service in our chapel. Spent time with his daughter and family, and shared our broken hearts together. Played a video, Stories from Skid Row, about Daniel that they said was the highlight of their memories of Daniel, and a great reconnection for them to Daniel. Well, we did our Union Rescue Mission walk, 5K at the Rose Bowl, and made press. CBS covered it very well. Couldn't thank them enough for their coverage of the walk around the Rose Bowl, and a lot about my time here at Union Rescue Mission. Also had a lot of press when our mayor, Karen Bass, declared that she's going to end street homelessness by 2026, and that's a dream come true for us. By the way, last week, in front of everyone at the LAHSA Commission, our mayor declared that she wants to focus on long-term addiction recovery, and that she wants to get people immediately out of the heat. Two of our favorite songs. And afterwards, she walked over publicly in front of everybody, gave me a little bit of a hug and a pat on the shoulder, and said she'd be talking to me about how we can address this long-term recovery and faith-based recovery, and said she'd be talking to me this week. So we're thrilled with our Mayor Karen Bass. I declared that I've been a huge fan of hers up till now, and now I am absolutely her biggest fan as she focuses on recovery. And pray for her, because she's going to face tremendous opposition from activists like I'm already getting on social media and have been facing for many years. So it's going to be an uphill climb, but I have confidence in our mayor working with us to get it done. We're out here at Hope Gardens today because 17 ladies are graduating from Hope Gardens, one of the biggest classes in a long time, and we're getting ready to celebrate them as they finish the program part, the program part of graduation, and just heard a mom say, not only have I graduated, I got a job, and I'm getting ready to move to a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home with my family in Glendale. And that's why we do what we do. It's one of my biggest thrills to see what's happening at Hope Gardens. Graduations, jobs, and a home, a new home, which is what we hope for every mom. And so we're going to celebrate 17 moms today in a new life as they give their lives to Christ. And my talk today will be on coming to Jesus like a child. I know all of our moms here can bring their children before Christ, but the biggest lesson in that section of Scripture in Matthew is that we need to come to Christ like a child, innocent, hopeful, weak, dependent, and if we'd all learn to do that, our children would learn to give themselves to Christ, totally dependent on Him. And that's what I hope for not only our kids, but for our moms. I'm getting ready and trying to get my arm in shape for a big day at July 7th at Dodger Stadium. Going to throw out the first pitch, kind of a URM Dodger night. And so hope you'll tune in on July 7th at Dodger Stadium as we celebrate Union Rescue Mission night and take as many folks as we can from the mission to Dodgers night. And remember, we need your help as we close out June. We're trying to finish strong. We're praying for a miracle so that we can finish strong and jump right into the new fiscal year strong, and that we can continue to say yes. We took in our last 2 families in our last 2 family spaces last night, and this week it will be all hotels as families call us in need, and that will be on Union Rescue Mission's funding. We can only say yes and never say no if you continue to be the partners that you are, the faithful partners that you are, that always allow us to step up and say yes. We can't thank you enough. God bless you.